We've all been here before. You wake up in the morning, you're tired, you're groggy because you stayed up way past your bedtime. You get out of bed and you make yourself a nice cup of decaf. You make your way to your desk and boot up your computer. You open your terminal and you're met with an utterly soul-crushing realization. Your terminal is lame. No rice, no spice, no dairy delight, just your lonely cursor grazing in a field of silence. Your mood turns sour. You feel a deep sense of utter yearning. You need a companion. You need company. You need a little excitement here. Something that churns your butter and froths your latte. Today, I'm going to show you how you can breathe some life into your terminal with the legendary Unix program, Cowsay. In just a few easy steps, we'll turn that terminal into full-fat, grass-fed, beefy brilliance. Cowsay is a Unix program that generates an ashy art of a cow with a message. Fortune is another Unix program that displays a message chosen randomly from a database of quotations. You can pipe the output from Fortune into the Cowsay command, meaning take the output of this command and use it as the input of this one. Type this command into your console, and suddenly your cow has become sentient. We can make this command run automatically every time we open up a console by editing our bashrc file. You can use this file to run commands every time a new interactive terminal session is opened. Scroll down to the bottom and add your Fortune Cowsay command. If you're using Nano, you can save this by hitting Ctrl-O, Enter, and then exit by hitting Ctrl-X. Now whenever we open up a new terminal session, our new friend will be here waiting for us, ready to share some words of wisdom and the occasional cheesy joke. But we're not finished there. You can modify this command to use several different species of cows, including the alpaca cow, Scowleton, and Cowth Vader. You can see a full list of all the available cows by typing cowsay-L. Now we can pipe that output into the shuff command with the -N1 modifier, and that will generate a random cow name every time we run this. We can go back into our bashrc file and modify the line we made earlier to choose one of the cows at random every time we open up a new terminal. We'll do this by assigning the random cow output to a variable, I'm calling it cow, and using that variable in place of where we would normally define the cow we want to use, making sure that we put a $sign in front of it so that the bash script knows that it's a variable. Again, if you're in Nano, hit Ctrl-O and Enter to save, and then Ctrl-X to exit. Now when you open up a new terminal, you should see a random cow along with its message, leading to some more humorous results. Now there's one small problem that we have to fix. Once you close the terminal, that combination of cow and message you just generated is gone forever. So we're going to add the functionality to save these cows to a text file so you can go back and visit them later. We're going to start by creating our own bash script called savefortune.sh. Here's what the script I made looks like. It's basically defining a directory where our last cow is and the directory we'd like to save it to. If it finds a file with our last cow in that directory, it will concatenate it to the end of the text file in our favorites directory. It will also include the date it was saved and include a few new line characters to make space for the next entry, then notify the user that the cow has been saved. Now we're going to compile the bash script to make it executable. We do this with the chmod command with the +x modifier. We then need to make one more modification to our bashrc file. We're going to go down to our Fortune Cowsay command and pipe that into a third command, t, which will write the input to the standard output and to a file. The file we want to write to is the same file we defined in our bash script we made earlier. Now, in order to run that script, we have to type this command out every single time, which is kind of long and difficult to remember, so we're going to define an alias to use instead. I'm going to make my alias simply savecow, so I can just type that instead of the other command. Now we hit Ctrl-O, Enter, Ctrl-X to exit once more, and everything should be working. So now when we open a terminal and we see a cow that we like, we can type save cow, and we should see a message saying that the cow has been successfully saved to that directory that we specified. And if we open up that file and scroll to the bottom, we should see our newest entry. Okay, that's all I got. Handle this responsibly. Bye.